And when you reach a certain age, you should be able to, able and willing to try and help other people. Even though I'm a very selfish person, my philosophy is objectivism. It's the journey of self, self-enlightening, self-defining, and self-fulfilling. But I do take the time because I do like to try and help other people if I can. Now, on the screen you will see, will hip-hop finally come together? But the live streaming title is different. Please take notice to the live streaming title. That name, I'm going to tell you about that name. And the jewels that I'm going to give you today with regards to that name. And please be sensitive, try and work with each other, help each other. That's the name of the person that I got from 7 people. 7 people with regards to the man who had the altercation with Africa Bambaataa. That's the name. I'm not going to put the last name up there because that could be doing too much, okay? That's the name. Let's all try and work together. And that's what today's show is about. Will hip-hop finally come together? Because, you know, I've been one of the main people saying that hip-hop is not a culture, it's a genre. It started out as a culture once upon a time. It started out as a culture. It had some great points, principles, it had parameters, it lost its way. But I think now that social media you know, is so readily available to everyone that it stands a chance of being unified to some degree. Unified to some degree. So, with regards to that title, the person who was allegedly involved in the incident with the scissors. Let's talk about that. And let's also talk about some other things. Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner, the fight this past Saturday. Lord Jesus. AB. Not only did he not win that fight, but he's delusional, he's in denial. And the post-interview, you know, after the fight, just confirmed that he's not ready to be the champion again. He's not. I have to admit it. I enjoyed the fight. Many of you did as well, and I hope that you enjoyed the fight. Is he cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Is he crazy as batshit? Manny Pacquiao, we have to put some respect on Manny Pacquiao's fucking name. He was a beast from the beginning to the end of the fight. Manny Pacquiao was just bringing that smoke, bringing that heat. Will Floyd Mayweather fight Manny Pacquiao again? I doubt it. But then again, I don't know for certain. A couple of very close friends of mine, Mike from Long Island, he may call in today. I have to text him. I spoke to Loose Cannon, a.k.a. Paul the Plumber, and I spoke to Left-Handed as well. You know, guys who really are boxing aficionados. And all 3 of them said Manny Pacquiao won that fight fair and square, okay? Also, the new Mortal Kombat game. Can someone please educate me? When does that come out? Is that Mortal Kombat 11? Holy shit. That looks crazy. Bloody and crazy. Now, I'm 54 years of age. I looked at that fucking trailer and said, oh, damn. Can you imagine a 10-year-old looking at the trailer for the new Mortal Kombat? What would a 10-year-old think? Or an 8-year-old, or a 7-year-old? I mean, is that game available for children that young? Holy shit, talk about blood, gore, guts. Crazy. Hang on a second, let me make sure the phone lines are open. I just want to ramble, you know, old nigga at noon style, you know. I used to do this back when I first started doing live and direct, you know, and the Star Chamber. 12 noons, remember? YouTube, what was it, 2012, 2013? Folks, I'm a pioneer at this. I'm a pioneer, and I don't say that to be, you know, sounding too cocky, but, you know, just to let you know how long I've been doing this, all right? Hey, good afternoon, Zachary. I see you in the live chat. Okay. Jeff Dolo, what's poppin'? Honey S, good afternoon. Okay. JW, good afternoon. Okay. 1105 Kevin, good afternoon. And Brian. All right. So, yes, I want to try and drop this jewel on you, but also I want to be respectful to the nature of the stabbing with regards to Africa Bambaataa, the Zulu Nation. and other people. And the reason why I'm starting the week off like this is because, you know, the R. Kelly docu-series, Surviving R. Kelly, it's taking so many different twists and turns. Somebody sent me a link of Sparkle on the Breakfast Club. I am not going to watch Sparkle sitting on the fucking breakfast slop with sunglasses on. That I'm not going to do. But because I see all these people now trying to, you know, create avenues of, you know, of getting paid off of that docu-series, I want to jump in and try again. And don't hate me for trying. Try again to try and, you know, offer some assistance with regards to this Africa Bambaataa Zulu Nation debacle. It's a debacle. It's not a case. It's not an open investigation. The information that I have, and which I've always been straightforward with, Africa Bambaataa, once upon a time, and pardon me if I don't have all the dates just, you know, memorized because it's, you know, I got other shit going on. But Africa Bambaataa, he did go to the hospital back in 2013 for chest pains. Africa Bambaataa did go to the hospital for chest pains. And then a couple of weeks later, he went back for the stabbing with the scissors. Hang on a second, I got some other notes. Hold on. And the Zulu Nation tried to use the hospital visit with regards to the chest pains. They tried to combine that to try and fake people out and avoid telling the story about Bambaataa getting stabbed with scissors. I've also spoke to you guys about the conference call. Yes, the hater keeps notes, detailed notes. The conference call that 4 people were on when Africa Bambaataa was stabbed. I've got the names of those people. But the young man, and I don't know how old he is, he's alive. There's his name right there. He's alive.
Take it over there.
If he were dead, his family would have been kicking up dust a long time ago. He's alive. So, I'm simply trying to assist if I can. Work together if you have channels. Work together. It's too intense right now for, you know, controversy and false propaganda and things that are not going to help survivors. Survivors. And again, that's my concern, to try and help survivors if I can, to help them find closure. I'm not a cop, even though I do support snitching. But I'm not a cop, so, you know, there's nothing I can really do other than try to share information, accurate information. So again, there's the name right there. And I'm not going to put out his last name, but, and I don't want to say the area, but I have the area as well. Hold on a second, that might be doing too much. The area where that young man supposedly lives. But now, if you really want to help, shoot me an email. Shoot me an email if you want to help, all right? Good afternoon again. Oh, they're going crazy up in the live chat, as they should. Yeah, Cloud Daddy back on his Grizzly on a Monday. What else did I want to mention here? I just want to ramble this afternoon. Thank you for sending me a link to Joe Budden on the Joe Budden podcast. He was speaking on Nadeska from Everyday Struggle. Folks, I don't want to touch on that. You know, I have a lot of respect for Joe. I don't think that that's really my place or my business to talk about that. You know, I'm really thankful that Complex gave me the fucking release. Some people, you lying. No, I'm thankful. If you listen to what Joe Budden says, he confirms, you know, some of the reasons why I had to get the fuck out of there. Some people have it twisted. He left Star in the Morning for Everyday Struggle. No. Star in the Morning had already ran its course, for those who know the story. It ran its course. I did all I could do. Great people, but the numbers just weren't there. But I don't want to get into, you know, what Joe Budden said about Nadeska or Everyday Struggle. It's not my fight. Anyway, what else do I want to mention? Hang on, guys. I'm coming to the phone lines. I'm coming to Super Chat. Oh! We have to put some respect on the Hebrew Israelites. Yes, we do. I'm not going to do too much here, but for those of you who know my history, I lived in Crown Heights, New York, for over a decade. 824 St. John's, right next to Armstrong Funeral Home. And the Israelites had an office set up on the other corner. upstairs over the laundromat. Good people. We used to have great discussions, sometimes debates, and a lot of what they preach, I have to agree with within the realm of religion. One of the original tribes, God's chosen. Now, I'm an atheist, a non-believer in the theory of God, but we had good discussions, and many people don't understand, their way of moving about. But again, I have to acknowledge them because hang on a second. This past Friday in Washington D.C., they set that shit off. In case you don't know. For those of you who give a shit, for those of you who have researched, the Hebrew Israelites were down there barking as they do, reading from the scriptures, the Old Testament. Yes, the Old Testament. How can you update God's law into the King James Version? You can't. But anyway, so the Hebrew Israelites were down there barking, and the young college students, hang on a second, let me just get my information here. Folks, I'm going to ramble today. The young college students from, where were they from? Kentucky? Yes, a Catholic high school in Kentucky. They were catching the heat from the Hebrew Israelites. They then went on to try to mock a Native American, a war veteran, and that's a big story right now for those who who appreciate that type of commentary. But anyway, just again, salute to the Hebrew Israelites doing what they do. And who remembers when I brought them on Hot 97 and I got suspended for 3 days? The powers that be said, we're going to pay you, but that we're not going to do again. Yeah. I brought him up on Hot 97. Good niggas. And I hate to say niggas, I should say that. Good niggas who I knew from off the block. I used to hide their guns up on the 3rd floor. Oh, those niggas had some hardware. I let them come on a Hot 97. I think Buck Wild and I were just sitting there, just eating our breakfast, and we gave them the mics, and they started barking. Anyway, okay, I'm rambling. Let me go to the phone lines before I start doing too much. Good afternoon, area code. Good afternoon, 302. 302. Will hip hop finally come together? Yes, sir. How are you? Good afternoon.
Will they come together? For some reason, I want to say you might get a few people, but I think it's really hard these days to completely get everybody. I see a lot of interviews from certain places or certain stations talking about how, New York has been divided for quite some time as far as the rap scene is concerned, and, they like to blame 50 for that, but, it's kind of obvious that it's not as together as it once was. So for some reason, I kind of feel like it'll be a little bit hard to get that much force and that much help. I do think a few people will step up, of course, because, clearly some people are concerned.
Well, I appreciate the call, and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I don't know about being molested. I grew up in a different way than how a lot of these survivors and victims did, but I'm trying, and this is really, it's one of my last hurrahs, and I'm putting the name out there, not on my screen, but in the live stream of the person who has been confirmed from other people to have been involved with the stabbing of Africa Bambaataa. So when I say will hip hop finally come together, I mean just to try and bring some type of resolve to young black males. Go ahead. You were saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, it seems like even with some, older people I know who are from New York, they speak about how, the Zulu Nation and whatnot, they're up there as far as, black brotherhood type of groups, where a lot of people don't want to try them. They respect them from afar, but, at the same time, they wouldn't try to get into that business or get into their business about certain situations, because that is a touchy subject. But how many people are really willing to step to that group as a whole? That's a big, strong group, to me.
Well, if I can jump in, and if I can say, all that old shit is old shit. We're talking about a bunch of old men, and I say that respectfully. I'm talking about niggas with missing teeth, gray hair, and big bloated fucking big bloated bellies. So, we're talking about now, and people living with shame, people trying to clear their conscience, but I think this might be the right time to finally try and bring some closure. But I'll give you the last word, please.
No, and I also heard you say something about Broner. Was the post interview where he was talking about eating double cheeseburgers, or if you want to eat a cheeseburger?
He had some crazy ass fucking analogy, and I just said, would you look at this monkey ass slave sounding dumb again?
He said something about cheeseburgers. I said, oh yeah, this is for him. Man.
He's crazy, yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for the call, sir. Thank you for the call. All right, folks, listen, I'm rambling at noon, sipping coffee, but I want to take some calls. I'm coming to Super Chat shortly. Area code 727. Good afternoon, 727. Will hip-hop finally come together on Bam Dusky? Hello. Hello.
Well, God bless you, and there's no God. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Coming in loud and clear here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Adrian Broner got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner got boxed up by a 40-year-old Pacquiao.
Yeah. Facts.
Ow.
Yeah.
What happened to the Lo-Fi channel?
Did you see the entire fight, sir?
Well, your stream got cut off from some snitches.
No, listen, don't worry about that. Everything has been resolved. I'm good. Never mind that. Did you see the fight, sir? Did you see the fight?
Yes, I was watching the fight. I had the stream as well. He got his ass whooped every round. And then at the end, when he went to go talk jive, they cut the commercial when there wasn't no commercial to cut to. Like, because he was cussing, so they pulled the camera away.
He was crazy.
Shit had to listen to every round.
Yeah.
And he continued at the press conference after. Unbelievable. But I saw you liking that national anthem from the one with that shit was ridiculous. What do you mean that was good? That was terrible.
What?
You like that? That was crazy.
I had to hang up on him. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Folks, in case you did not see Shanice, she went to work on that national anthem. How could you even try to hate? Fuck up, Addy had to cut his call off. Let's go to area code 313. 313. Any thoughts with regards to hip hop coming together on Bam Dusky?
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes,
Good afternoon. Yeah. I got a comment that I want to, talk about, with this whole situation.
Please.
As far as hello.
Yes, sir. Please, come on.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. As far as like this whole type of era we're living in, as far as the pedophilia and the molestation, I think it's really important for us to put out a narrative, even to our children. I'm an author, and I wrote a book entitled Little Noah Speaks Out.
Okay.
And it's a children's book.
Okay.
And what it's designed to do is designed to open their minds to be alert about uncomfortable situations, and it encourages them to speak out.
Okay.
And in the story, just real quick, the story, there's a little boy that goes through a situation where he's touched by a family member. And, he triumphs over that, and he gets the courage from talking to his sister to be able to speak out. And what this does, I gave it to my daughter, and what this does is it turns on that, because when you get molested and you get, pedophilia, all that, that turns on a part of your brain that shouldn't be turned on yet. Now, what this does, it acts in reverse. It does that same thing, but it does it in a preventative way.
Okay.
And it's stories, it's pictures and stuff, and it's non-offensive, it's good.
Sir, can I ask you to send me an email? I appreciate what you're saying about your personal work. What are your thoughts on Africa Bambaataa? I'm giving the name in the live stream, not on my screen, with regards to the person who has been confirmed by several sources to have been involved in the stabbing of Bambaataa. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I got some very important thoughts. I think us as a community, no matter who you are, no matter your status or anything, I think that we should have enough courage and not be cowards in addressing these people, whether they be in our community, hip-hop community, or whatever community.
Okay.
I think it should be all around the board, and I think that African Bambaataa has been protected for years,
Yeah.
just because of his status and just because of that threat
Right.
or that intimidation,
Right.
or that culture. And I'm sick of it, man.
Yeah.
And I'm
Atmosphere of acceptance. Yeah. Hey, I thank you for the call, sir. Send me an email with regards to your publication, and I'll sell you some advertising space. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm on that Creflo Dollar shit. I appreciate the call. Hang on a second. Let me check on Super Chat. Yeah, old nigga at noon, just rambling. hell of a weekend. So much snow up here in upstate New York. It's really beautiful for those who, who may be living upstate New York like myself. Yesterday, I just, I went to the mall, as I said, for a little while. Took it down. Young lady gave me a plastic rose, which I like. Look at that, $3. I thought that's cute. Some type of Marc Jacobs perfume she put on there. Quality coochie. Not fire, but quality coochie. Ricky Vader. Is it Ricky Vader 777? Please bring down the left over Wu-Tang trash is for that don't know. What? Okay, I'm sorry. Please break down what leftover Wu-Tang trash is for those who don't know. Okay, sorry, I'm zooming off the coffee. Okay. Leftover Wu-Tang trash is a term I used to use on, actually I started using that when I was writing for The Source magazine I was writing for The Source magazine, the reality check column. I was Buck Wild, the writer. And I started using that term between 1995 and 1998. And I used to call leftover Wu-Tang trash, white girls that the Wu-Tang would, smash and leave on the side of the road or leave at the hotel after they ran through them. So it's a reference to, white girls, and I don't even want to say, nigger lovers, because that's a hard shot by today's standards, but that's what that's about, sir, and thank you for your donation. Priest sends in a donation. Good afternoon, sir. He says, where's the video of you barking? Flexing like you really want smoke. Okay, sir, thank you. Listen, YouTube's not playing that game with everything. Some things, as you may or may not know, I put them up, or I stream them live, I should say, and they're not meant to stay up. It's not that anybody's running or scared. I don't own YouTube, so I'm not out here fighting a war like Alex Jones. Oh, I took my video down. It is what it is, Everything gets handled. I'm not worried about a goddamn thing. I do this for fun. I don't, sit here and try to tell people what they should and they shouldn't do. But thank you for the donation. And if you heard me say what I said, you heard it. That means more to me, all right? Gemstar, good afternoon. Gemstar sends in a donation. Okay. We're talking reckless. Thank you, Gemstar. I'm not promoting anything that would be some type of possible issue for myself, but thank you for the donation. DeMarcus Cousins sends in a donation. Let me on the line, Star. God damn it. Okay, let me see if I can find DeMarcus Cousins' third cousin, I think. All right, let me go back for a second. In case I didn't mention, Good Morning Britain had on, well, Piers Morgan was the host and some female, I don't know her name, and they had Andrea Kelly, R. Kelly's ex-wife, and R. Kelly's 21-year-old daughter. Now, she's 21 years of age, so she can get up on television and say what she wants to say, but, so many people have this whole mindset and, unwritten rule, leave the kids out of it, right? Does that only apply for underage kids, or is it the kids? Because, I have problems with Drea Kelly, R. Kelly's ex-wife. I think she's doing too much. I think that she knows more than what she's admitting to. I don't think that you could be married to someone such as R. Kelly and to not have seen something and partook in something. So I'm just a little thrown off by whether, that's a sucker move on her part. And again, I saw someone sent me a link, and I'm not watching Sparkle and the Breakfast Slop sitting there talking about whatever she's talking about with sunglasses on. So I just want to throw that out there. I did see that. Thank you for the link. Yeah. Drea Kelly and R. Kelly's 21-year-old daughter sitting up with Piers Morgan. And I found that to be some sucker shit. Let me go back to the phone lines. Hold on a second. I'm going to be here for at least another 35, 40 minutes this afternoon, okay? Area code 949. Good afternoon. Will hip-hop finally come together? 949.
To be honest, I think hip-hop is just a cesspool of society rejects.
Okay.
So, for them to come together would be the opposite of what they are. It's just a group of unorganized society rejects who found the hustle to make money
Wow.
instead of sell drugs.
Wow. Can I ask how old are you, sir? How old are you?
32.
So what do you mean by found a hustle? Are you discrediting the pioneers of the biggest musical genre to ever come along in modern times? What do you mean a hustle? What do you mean?
Actually, music is played with instruments. These niggas sample the real musicians and make a motherfucking loop and then create rhymes over the shit. Don't even sing over the shit. I mean, it sounds good and all, but you gotta call it for what it is. Like, throughout all the bullshit. And
Are you a frustrated rapper, sir? Did somebody take your bitch? What happened? Why do you have so much hate? No. Why do you have so much hatred in your heart?
I'm just calling. I just see shit clearly. I got 20/20 vision with everything.
Okay. You've got your third eye open is what you're claiming,
I
yes?
see. I'm sorry?
You have
said
your
hip-hop
third
is
eye
a-
open and hip-hop is just...
It's
I
a
got my third eye
cesspool of
open.
America's rejects.
Okay.
Yeah, and I see it for what it. I mean, I'm a fan. I know everything about hip hop. I'm like a nigga who made it out of the forest of bullshit to see for what it is. You know what I mean? You know, I see.
So you sound like a player hater. Clearly you're not being objective. You sound like a player hater. Now hang on a second. Now, even myself...
I got facts.
It's okay. Even myself, the objective hater, I respect the origins and the growth of hip-hop. Even though I had a little tough time with it myself, at first, I respected it. I was there. There's a lot of people that I do acknowledge as being intelligent pioneers and its musical contributions. But you're just saying it's just a hustle and it's bullshit? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying, yeah, it's a. I mean, I respect the.
No, yeah. Can you make up your mind, please? Just make up your mind, please.
No, I respect the hustle, but it's a hustle. It's not a genre of music. It's not something to be organized. It's a cesspool, a society reject.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your call.
No problem.
All right. Listen, I'll give you the floor. Even I don't have to agree with you, but I'll give you the floor. Let's go to area code 914. Good afternoon, 914. Will hip hop finally come together on Africa Bambata? 914.
What's good, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Long-time listener.
Okay.
Been out here a long time. Yo, fuck African Bambaataa, man. Stick a fork in his ass and fry his ass.
Okay.
That's how I feel. That's the Brooklyn Brownsville native talking, too.
Okay. Now, hang on a second, because
Fuck that
I
nigga.
do want to address this, and this might be my last hurrah. I'm offering the name that I was given on several occasions as to the person who supposedly stabbed Bambaataa with the scissors. It's Monday. I have a lot
I feel like you should.
I have a lot of hope with regards to the people that truly want change, that they will reach out and find that person and say, hey, what happened? Is this anything, or should we just move the fuck on? You were saying?
Nah, I was saying, yo, you should reach out to the guy, see if he okay with that, because that's a
I have, sir. I have.
situation.
I have.
Well, shit, if he good with it, shit, I'm good with it. Let's stick a fork in him. It's time to retire that motherfucker the way he belongs.
Okay.
Dust to dust.
Okay. Any thoughts on Adrian Broner getting that work Saturday night, this past Saturday? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, he's delusional. That cocaine starting to, it's a hell of a drug.
Sir, we don't know if that man's on coke. Please slow it down. We have no knowledge of that man doing coke.
Allegedly, all right.
No,
all
it's
right.
not allegedly. We don't know. If you never saw that man do coke, don't put that on him. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Now,
All right, I'll say the behavior of a cocaine addict.
all right, let me get him out of here. Thank you for the call, sir. You just can't call people, drug addicts unless you've seen them do something. I got a bullseye on my back. I'm not playing that game. I'm trying to shit on people. Hold on a second, folks. Let me just refresh things. And, sip a little OJ. I think I've had enough coffee. Welcome to the show that never ends. Yeah. Hell of a weekend I had. Good evening in the live chat. Queen Mommy Dearest, hey girl, how are you? Beach Balls, I see you, sir. Okay. Apex was popping with you. Yeah, old nigga at noon, just rambling. Okay, yeah. Adrian Broner is in his feelings. He might be suing niggas. Y'all keep be slandering my name, you know? Didn't I see a video with Young Buck? Was that a new video? Was he clapping at 50 Cent? Something about defamation? Did 50 Cent hit Young Buck with a defamation cease and desist? Can someone please confirm that in live chat? Good God Almighty! Yeah, I saw that video and I said, is that a new video? Okay, somebody said, yup, wow, okay. So 50, who I saw, hang on a second, I just want to ramble. 50 said something about Young Buck and the whole tranny thing a couple of months ago, and I saw Young Buck respond to 50, like, you know, he did one of those little emojis, like, you know, and it was all good. Something happened, Young Buck put out the fucking, the diss track, mentioned my name, you know. I appreciate that, but I was hoping I would have got some bars. And, is 50 Cent responding to that? I think it was called something Undressed. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to check. Wow. 50 hit Young Buck with the defamation. You see, that's why you can't just be saying any old goddamn thing about somebody. Slow that shit down. I don't know nothing about Adrian Broner doing coke. Slow that shit on down. What else I want to mention here? Hold on a second. Okay, Cash App. I'm just rambling here. But what is with this Cash App request money thing? What does that mean when somebody requests money? Is that some type of scam? Or is that like, you know, people who are in your circle? You send money back and forth? What is that about? Can someone please send me an email, thehater1964yahoo.com? I just thought I got the Cash App thing now, you know, and I don't know. It's just another fucking account I have to check, you know? Too much shit to do on the goddamn mobile device now. Let's go to area code 484. Good afternoon, 484. Will hip-hop come together? Hello.
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I hope hip-hop come together and bury this nigga.
Sir, you're on a trap phone. We can't hear you. Don't do me like that. Not on a Monday, please. Can't hear you.
My bad. I'm on the phone. I'm driving.
Let's get him out of here. Why would you even call me like that? You know I can't do all that extra shit, you know? Let's go to 323. Good afternoon, 323. We're talking about Bam Dusky. You're getting shanked with scissors. What say you?
Bam Dusky.
Yeah.
Bam Dusky.
Yes.
That's pretty funny. Hey, Star. This is Emmanuel Williams calling from LA, but, you know,
Okay.
it's Plainfield. And
Plainfield, New Jersey, when you said Plainfield. Plainfield, New Jersey?
Plainfield, New Jersey. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
P-Funk. That's what's popping. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. P-Funk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you. You know, what's funny is I talk about this all the time. I think what's missing is that the thing that was good about Bam was that he brought the hip-hop community under one banner. It used to be that a lot of times people had to go through, you know, Zulu Nation to even be successful in the industry. Like you had to really go through Zulu or go through somebody who was, you know, known to really get through this. There is no rites of passage anymore to get into hip hop. Nowadays it's just, you know, anybody is just making it in their bedroom, so to speak. And the thing is that now it's so damaging that I think that the problem with Bam is that without that respect and without handing that lineage down to someone else to carry the mantle, without all the garbage that goes with it, it makes it so that the younger generation, they can't really respect the contribution that Bam had outside of, you know what I'm saying, the garbage stuff that he's doing. I think that it's hard for the hip-hop community to band together and come together because they don't have a banner to be up under. They need a flag. It seems like hip-hop needs a flag
Okay, if I can jump in for a second. So